morning. I am joined by Melantha.
You're joined by AJ, sorry.
I am joined by AJ. I got my streamer and my commentator mixed up. Ooh, boy, that's a way to start it. We are in the losers finals of today's Tableturf Battle Open. We'll be looking at Ljovynn's perspective today. Looks like we got a Main Street game coming up. We've got a big man being played from the side of Ljovynn, matched by Marina. And yeah.
Yeah, we see like pretty big opening cards from Ljovynn sides with the big man turn 1, and now they're going for the shiver turn 2 fairly aggressively. Let's see how Pinon goes against this. Pinon actually plays very defensively there, giving Ljovynn a lot of space in the middle.
Both sides had a good two-card defensive setup there. You're not getting through either of these lines without a special. I like this power clam coming out from Ljovynn. That's a good special block position for later.
I agree. It's definitely like a good way to special later on. It might potentially also block off those 2 special points from the Pinons so that they can't get those specials, which can become very big in the late game.
Oh, there's a clash.
The power clamp just eating up the goldie almost completely. And now both sides are in a pretty stable position, so we're probably going to see a bit of base comboing here.
Going to see a couple base combos. You're going to see... I think that Shiver's going to get discarded later on the Ljovynn side. I'm not seeing... Unless they manage to build up enough special points to drop it late.
Exactly. And we see like the standard jelly combos here. And we see the Emperor on the other side. I'm not quite sure what the combo there is for Pinon, but we just have to wait and see, I assume.
He's got a pretty decent amount of space to play with, though. So I'm looking forward to seeing what gets dropped here in the next couple turns.
Exactly. There's like a lot of space on the left side for Pinon. And Ljovynn is just having like their standard combos with the jellies with the Emperor. So we might see a bit more aggro placing once there's 3 special, but it kind of depends on the draws, of course.
Mm-hmm. See, the ZNF Splat Charger, that's a little bit interested in why Pinon didn't play it one tile lower than he did. Ooh, here's a good early special coming out for Ljovynn.
Pinon is probably setting up specific special combos with the cards.
Oh, yep.
Like we see with the splash mob there. And it looks like there's a spot for the regular E-leader for Pinon later on, which I assume is gonna be their combo.
Yeah, but we got the small fry coming in.
Exactly, not if Ljovynn just blocks it off. But it seems like it was the Octo Missile. This looks like a fairly even game right now. With Ljovynn having a bit more points, but Pinon having a bit more special. This could really go either way.
Decisions for Ljovynn.
Though it should also be said that Ljovynn has a lot better special position to special from later on. But with the small fry special being all the way in Pinon's base, while Pinon doesn't really have much spots to special from.
Pinon doesn't really need it though, because he's got that whole... he's got that southern, his lowermost special block. There's like nothing there trying to contest it. So let's see where he... Oh, see, there.
Yeah, that's a fairly decent special.
We've got options now. And Ljovynn does not have a special block in position to perfect overwrite that, even if he does have his own inkjet. Here you see the double pass.
We're in a bit of a dead space right now with both sides just kinda passing, waiting for like maybe 1 or 2 cards left they have to play. Ljovynn is trying to see what kind of options they have for in the late game.
He's got a couple decent options for that crab tank, but I don't think he's got a perfect one by any means.
Nothing amazing quite yet. The Rapid Blaster spot is pretty decent there, getting a 2 special back.
Yep.
Which they can use later on.
Got a 3 for 2. Pinon charging up 2 of his own.
And Ljovynn getting that sprinkler honestly just in time. Just to get a little bit more points and a special. Which could very much clean up this game for the next turn.
That's going to set up his 312 for the final turn.
Exactly. There's a 6-point difference. And we have to see who can special better.
Crab tank is just such an awkward special. I don't think it's a bad one, I think it's just hard to position
Yeah,
efficiently.
exactly. Especially on the field like this, which is like everything's just kind of all over the place. You're gonna like overlap some of your own spot, but honestly, that's a pretty decent spot for the crab tank.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to see if it's enough to make Ljovynn win the game.
We'll stare at Pinon's special of choices here in a couple seconds.
They need a really good special spot though to clutch this out. And I don't think the Inkjet's gonna do it right now.
I don't think so either, but shoutouts to the one gray block right in the center there.
True. Ljovynn winning
seems
by
like
7 points. Like, very nice game 1.
Ljovynn gained exactly 1 point worth of terrain in that special clash and has taken away game 1.
Exactly. So now we just have to wait and see where they're going for game 2.
That's a bit more of an interesting conversation now than it has been in TBO's past, because aren't all the new maps like legal now?
Yeah, every single map is legal at this point, and people get like 3 counter picks, so there's a lot of options right now for both players to decide what they're gonna do.
It looks like we're changing up our decks and getting ready to get into this game too.
They're a bit waiting to see which... We're currently waiting to see what Pinon counter picks to. And Ljovynn strikes Thicket, Zulane, and Girder. So those are not options for Pinon to counter to. And it looks like they're going pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal. This one is... Ooh.
It's a very interesting map with both sides starting with 6 special blocks. So this is a very combo heavy map. And we'll get to see what kind of combos both players have cooked up for this map.
This one gives you a bit of a interesting decision to make with deck building, because you've got, as much fun as it is to just push forward with the longest piece you've got right here, like you see, like what both players did with this opening turn, there's something to be said about trying to do a 2-turn wall off of sorts, and then following that with a base combo.
It's honestly a lot harder to like really wall off in this map.
Yeah,
because
it's such a short map.
Yeah, it's a bit shorter than Main Street, even though the shape is kind of similar. Meaning that aggro plays are very hard to block off. It's also slightly wider, I believe. So honestly, this is a very like aggressive map. And we see both sides like playing very aggro right now. Trying to like disrupt any opponent's base combos. Which is probably like the main way you kind of play this map.
And honestly, the map's probably better off for it now that I think about it, because I don't know, I'd probably get bored very fast if every time I played this map it was against somebody who'd successfully wall off before I could do anything about it, and then drop 2 cards to immediately have 8 special points and then just run over me from there.
Exactly. And it does happen sometimes on this map, but it's kind of really depends on like which cards people get. And as we saw, Ljovynn didn't really have like the best opener with the Steel Eel turn 1. So they might have just tried to like improvise a little bit, had to go for the aggro. And we'll see how both players do right now. Ljovynn just does get the block with the Judge here, giving them a bit more space to base combo. And still has the opportunity to aggro with their own jelly.
Ooh,
And now we see
the
Pinon also
cutoff
getting a
with the
really
slamming
good block.
lid. Those are the types of plays we both love and hate to see.
Exactly. And now both sides are mostly blocked off, so I think it's gonna be time for a little bit of like base comboing and try to get some special. And honestly, it looks like Pinon has a bit more space to play with than Ljovynn has right now.
Just a little bit. I would still describe it as anybody's game, especially because the right side isn't fully secured by Ljovynn. But
Exactly. Like if Pinon has like a long card like a Steel Eel or a Charger, or a Curling Bomb, I suppose, they can just kind of just aggro in and block anything that Ljovynn can really do.
that curling bomb, I guarantee you, was anticipating the whatever that size 5 card Ljovynn played last turn was. As you can see, it was offset. Like it's not a clean. Like it was off. He was trying to pierce that, I'll bet, and then it wound up just getting played somewhere else.
Exactly. And now we see Ljovynn kind of in a bit of trouble. Don't really have many cards they can play right now. But they can get the shiver, but not really getting much of those 6 starting blocks. It's looking kind of rough for Ljovynn right now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Pinon to drop the I don't know, an Octo Stamp or something and just secure like 8.
Exactly. But they do
Special
have to
blocks
draw
in
it, and that's
Ljovynn.
always like a bit of a sketchy thing in Tableturf. Or sometimes you just don't draw the cards you need.
Yep.
Like in the
In this
meantime,
case,
Ljovynn does have a very big point lead.
he
Even
does,
though
but
they
he's
don't
also
really
running out of.
yeah, they're running out of space, they're running out of like cards to play. I think after this tent attack, they don't really have anything left to play.
At least in this hand. Yeah, the DJ Octavio got drawn way too late, and he's probably saving the 312 for later, so we'll.
Exactly. And there's not really much space anywhere to play cards. But at the same time, Pinon is also not really drawing the cards they need, and
He's passed
we're
2
getting
turns in a
towards
row
the end
now.
of the game, so
Oh, this is a good 312.
it is very strong, yeah. Like
This is a
setting up the
very,
aggressive
very
play.
good.
But the question is, can Ljovynn get a special for the last turn? And
Does
will
he
it be
need one?
enough? Well, the lead is very big, so Ljovynn might just
Yep,
have
that's
it. And we
it.
see the forfeit from Pinon.
Game 2 to Ljovynn. Yeah, there's no coming back from, like, after that 312 got dropped and Ljovynn had a follow-up, there was pretty much nothing Pinon could do. Ljovynn wasn't going to have a 312 for the last turn, but it wasn't going to matter.
Exactly, and Pinon just didn't really get to draw the cards they needed to get all those special points. So you hate to see it, but it's kind of part of the game.
Sometimes you just don't draw the good stuff.
Exactly. And Pinon is gonna go for the salty run back on the same stage. So we're
The
gonna
salty run back? I
battle.
love the salty run back.
So we'll see how this goes.
It's. I find it kind of funny because, like, you've got those nice 6 special blocks right there. Just, like, they're right there, just charge them. Neither player charged. Like, I think Pinon got, like, one of them, but.
Exactly. Like we didn't see that much of the starting blocks. And that's a lot better opener from Ljovynn starting off with the Ouroboros. Probably one of the better cards in the game.
We've got the Boros, we've got the
We got the Steel, we got the
Captain.
Dynamo. Like, there's like some very strong openers from Ljovynn compared to last game.
the
Pinon-
Stelial Pierce.
Yeah, Pinon did try to play defensively, but it didn't really work out. And now Ljovynn has a lot of space to work with right here.
No, go for the aggressive. Go for the aggressive Hydra. Yeah,
I
there
do
you
like
go.
the aggressive play right now.
I
Also
love
trying
the
to like,
aggressive play right here because that's so mean.
and it does work. Pinon doesn't really block it off. Does the Dynamo fit? I don't think the Dynamo fits
No, the
there.
Dynamo doesn't fit there.
I don't think the Octodisco fits there either. So Ljovynn probably has to play a bit more defensively, maybe getting some special.
Yeah, Ljovynn needs the okay, yeah, that Ljovynn's not doing anything in that top right corner now.
Yeah, but Ljovynn has a lot of space right now. And Pinon doesn't really have many places they can play cards anymore. And I don't really have
There's
anywhere
the
to
nice.
activate the special, so this looks very rough for Pinon. In the meantime, Ljovynn has a lot of space still, and also setting up a big combos.
Oh,
And then we see the forfeit on Pinon. Feeling that Ljovynn wins the set 3-0.
That was a convincing victory coming out of Ljovynn.
Ljovynn definitely wants to run back against Jack in the grand finals, which they are getting right now, beating Pinon 3-0.